In this video, I'll show you how to create a collection in Lightroom. Collections are user-generated and are a good way of organizing images based on specific subject or topics. So I'm in the library module now. I have gone through an entire shoot and rated my images. I'm going to now filter based on these ratings. Select the filter down here in the film strip, select rated, and all the images that are 5 stars now are filtered and will exist here in the preview area. I'm going to use the keyboard command or Control A to select all those images. I'm going to come over here to the left side panels under collections, and I'll select the plus sign, create collection. I'll give the collection a name, model. I'm not going to locate it in a collection set. I can do that later if I want to. But I want to make sure that include selected photos is checked. And it is, and I'm going to select create. Now if you look over here to the left, you see we have a collection called Finish Model, and the 12 images that were previously selected are now part of that collection. If I want to go back and add more images to that collection, I can do that very easily. And the same image can exist in multiple collections. Let me show you how to add an image to this collection that's already created. So I need to turn off my filter, and I'll go back to the folder where they were, and let's just make another selection. Now I want to add this picture to the collection. I click and drag and then drop it onto the collection, and you can see now there's 13 images associated with that collection. Let me go back to the collection by clicking on it, and you can access these collections very easily in the Develop module on the left side panel as well. So if I want to, let's say, rename this collection, I'm going to right click on it, select rename, and I can rename the collection if I want. There are other options associated with right clicking on the name. We can create a collection, which we've already done. We can create a smart collection, create a collection set as a target collection, and setting it as a target collection, which I'll do right now. So you'll notice now there's a plus sign that shows up next to this collection. And what that means is that from now on, whenever I make a selection by hitting the B key or clicking on this little round dot in the upper right-hand corner, that particular image that I've selected will go into this collection. Now, previously, by default, the quick collection is the target collection. And that's where normally it will go. But now I have turned this collection now into a target collection. So whenever I use a keyboard command B, or if I click on that little dot, it will go into this collection. I'm going to go ahead and put it back to its default under quick collection and set that as my target collection. Okay, back to the collections here, right click. So we've seen how to rename. We can also delete a collection by selecting delete. It'll give you a prompt asking you, are you sure you want to delete this collection? Now, you're not going to be deleting the photographs at all. You're just getting rid of the collection itself, but the photographs remain intact. Let me cancel that. So right click. You can also export this collection as a catalog. This takes a little bit of explanation. Do not confuse catalogs, folders, and collections. Now, a catalog stores the previews of your photos and their settings in a database, allowing you to easily transfer your previews and settings to a different computer. A folder, which is also on the left side panel, is a reflection of the location where the original images reside. As you've seen, a collection is a user-generated set of photos, but we can now export this collection as a catalog, which is pretty cool. If you've created a collection that you want to exist and share out in the world as a catalog, you can do that by selecting this option. But of course, you can always share the content of a collection by exporting the images themselves contained within the collection. You can tell an image exists in a collection by looking at the thumbnail, either in the film strip or in the grid view of the library module. You see this icon here? This is telling you the photo is in a collection. If you right-click on it, it'll tell you all the collections that it exists in. Again, a single image can exist in multiple collections, as you can see here. To navigate to the actual collection itself, you just click, and now you'll be taken to that other collection. You can create as many collections as you want, but at some point, you're going to get so many collections that you need to tidy it up a little bit. And that's where these collection sets come in. You can see this is a collection set by the different icon associated with it. And also, when you click on this arrow, you see there are other collections associated with that collection set. I can add a collection to a collection set. Let me show you how to do that very easily by simply clicking on the collection and dragging and then dropping it into the collection set. Okay, so now you know how to create a collection in Lightroom. From now on, whenever you think of a group of images that belong together, you can create a collection so you have easy access to these images at any time, regardless of which module you may be in.